want to show you how easy it is to prove that an individual is lying. In this case, Dara flat out lying to California drivers. Now, the Washington Post, they do the homework, right? They get a lot of anonymous information sent to them, inside information from companies. They compile, they edit, and then they publish. The publisher, editor, main editor has to sign off on it because they would be sued big time. So when this piece appears in the Washington Post, let me just show you how Dara reacts, right? And how see-through this guy is. He says, yesterday, I read the following headline from the Washington Post. You may be paying more for Uber, but drivers aren't getting their cut of the fare hike. This alarmed me. So he says, oh, this alarmed him, right? So I called my team. I knew this wasn't true, but I wanted to be sure. The CEO signs off on everything, right? With its higher rates, the splits, what a driver gets, what percentage the driver gets from those riders. He knows exactly. Right there in the first paragraph, he is lying through his teeth. Oh, pretending, oh, I didn't know about this, so I checked in with my team. And guess what I found out? No, dude, you signed off on this. This was your idea to screw over drivers and to take the max from riders. It's best you be honest, buddy, because you get caught with your pants down again and again and again. But I cannot even believe your wife is married to such a fraud. Really? She puts up with this shit? Unbelievable, Dara. So he says, here's what I found out. Yes, you are probably, note the legal language, probably, I'm not quite sure, but you're probably paying more for rides. But drivers are getting a higher cut of the fare hike. Ask the drivers if they're getting that a higher cut of the fare hike. Ask California drivers, ask Florida drivers, ask Texas drivers, ask New York drivers, ask Utah drivers if they are getting the higher cut of those fare hikes. Ask New York drivers, ask New Jersey drivers. And please report here if you are a driver. Here are the raw numbers. Now he's trying to sell us on the raw numbers after pretending he didn't even know this. Oh my God, this news came out. I had to check in with my team. And guess what I found out? Here are the numbers. I'm going to reveal them to you. In the United States, the gross dollars spent by Uber riders in May was 1.7x what was spent in January over the same period. The gross dollars that went to drivers increased by 1.8x. Fares increased by 27%. Driver pay per trip increased by 37%. So the body of the article is, and it discusses our decoupling surge, i.e. higher rider prices from driver pay per trip in California. This is how it works in all other states. We do so not to increase our cut, but to match supply and demand more efficiently per trip. You truly think that we do so not to increase our cut, but to match supply and demand more efficiently per trip? Do you think that drivers and riders are stupid enough to believe that, Dara? Right? When you say we do so not to increase our cut, but to match supply and demand more efficiently per trip. Stop talking out your frickin' ringhole, Dara, right? So I got the same stats for California. Did decoupling surge unintentionally hurt California drivers? Hang on. Why don't you tell these drivers what you did just prior to that? You took the multiplier away, right? You said you were going to empower these people and make them independent. You gave them a multiplier. You took it away. You took away the destination. And now you're sort of taunting the drivers. Did decoupling surge unintentionally hurt California drivers? From January to May, gross dollars spent by California riders was up 2.2x, while gross dollars paid to drivers was up 2.6x. Bottom line, the increase in the ratio of pay was higher in California than nationwide. Here comes the acknowledgement, right? I'll acknowledge we didn't share these numbers. Yeah, because you're so effing underhanded. You're so sly. You're so crude. You're so bait and switch. We have to find the crap out first and expose it before you react to it. It's the same story all the time. You go in, you do your shenanigans. We catch you with your pants down, Dara. We call you out. And then you say, oh, I acknowledge, right? The Washington Post exposed you for who you are, a fraud, lying to drivers. I'll acknowledge we didn't share these numbers with the Post, but we did explain how surge works and that our take rate has not gone up. I don't know whether these numbers would have produced a different headline, but I believe the one they ran with has little bearing to the facts. I tell you what, Dara, they expose the facts. You ask drivers, they will tell you the facts. You're shafting them. You're screwing over the riders now, and you are not trickling that cash down to the drivers, right? Because you are in desperate need for money. The drivers have seen through you and your company, and they are leaving in droves. Ladies and gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong. Have a fantastic day.